Now on to the vegetables. The pan's been heating for a while, and I'm going to be putting half the 2 tablespoons in there, so it'll be just a tablespoon for now in here. There. And I'm going to let it melt. There, you want it nice and melted right there. Then I'll be adding the mixed vegetables. I kind of just eye it because portions are differently. There we go. That should be enough. You can always add more. So I would start out with a small amount and just go from there. And I think I'll add a little bit more. There we go. Now, these are already frozen, so I'm just going to cook them until everything cooks through. And when they do, you can tell because some of them will start getting the little burnt color to it, but you don't want it to be burnt, you want it to be cooked. And the butter kind of enriches the flavor of it. You can add a little bit of salt and pepper if you want to it, but butter is just fine. Then afterwards, you're going to put in the rice. So after the video is done recording this, then I will fold in the rice, which is right over here. And the rice is on warm. If the camera would just show right over here, the rice is on warm. It just became like that about a minute ago. So wait a few minutes, and if you can see it, there's still steam coming out of there. There we go. It's still cooking, so let it cook, and you can even unplug it right now. So you don't have to put it into the vegetables, and the vegetables aren't ready right now, so you can't. So when the vegetables are done, that'll be about the time the rice is ready and you can stir in. Next will be the making of the fried rice. I'm picking up where I left off. The memory card died, so yeah, you missed a step, but the vegetables are done, and I just put the rice in, and I'm going to be mixing it around. Only half the rice at a time, because it's just too much to handle, and it's better to do it this way because then you get half mixed rice and vegetables. As you can see, I'm just kind of stirring it around while this heats up again. So far it looks like this. I'm adding the rest of the rice in, and if you see where the highest point is, that's about the, I think, 3 or 4 mark, so it did expand a lot. There. I love rice. Alright. Mix it up. I used the other tablespoon of butter for the vegetables because the vegetables started getting dry. So yeah, so I'm just going to use this right here to make up for it. And I'm just going to let it melt right there, and that's going to give the rice a light coating and help with a little bit of moisture sealing, I guess. But it adds on to the flavor. This is not going to really have a buttery taste, if that's what you think, because you know I love butter. I don't like it to be butter tasting, if you know what I mean. But yes, I'm mixing it around again. And I'll be adding the other ingredients. Soy sauce first. If you get up close, I'm just going to go and I'm just going to do a light drizzle like that. Kind of like what you do on rice. And obviously you can hear that it's affecting it. Sesame seed oil, just a light drizzle like that. Just go over once. You can add more of the other things after you added a little bit of everything else. And this is all going to be a taste. This is all going to be on taste. I would show you some fancy tricks, but you're not ready for that. Okay, you see the rice is getting a nice coat on it. It's really good. And can you smell that? Doesn't that smell amazing? Alright, see the rice has some color to it. I'm going to add a nice little shake of the Cajun spice. And since this is new, I'm going to put this in there too. Just a little shake. Nice light coating. And that will add on to the flavor. Yeah, make sure everything's nice and coated. Next is the egg that I chopped up earlier. As you can see, it's little pieces. I'm going to shake that on top of the rice. And I'm just going to fold it in. Because egg doesn't have much flavor when it's this thin. It's more for presentation if anything. But I think it's still a nice presentation. You can add meat to it. Chicken, pork, beef, shrimp, whatever you want. But I would recommend cooking them separately and just fold it in at the end. So they have their own flavor and you're not over seasoning it to make the meat taste right. And yeah, I'm going to give it a little taste test. It needs a little bit more soy sauce. It has the right little spice to it, of the Cajun spice, so that's okay. And a little bit of sesame seed oil. And that should be done. Yeah. That's all you have to do. It's all according to taste. And we're turning the heat off. Because now it's just mixing and tasting. And there you go. Homemade, American style, Asian style, whatever you want to call it, fried rice. Thank you for watching.